Hello, hello, hello. It is Jenn and Andrea, and we are back.
We're back.
Yes, we are so extremely happy to be together and just have some us time.
Yes, it's been so great having guests on, and I hope you have all enjoyed it too. But we definitely missed just the two of us getting together and catching up with all of you. So
It's funny because we sit here and say how much we are so happy to have us time. We just had a whole 5-day girl trip with us.
and another one this weekend, you and I.
Yeah.
Two-nighter. So
Yeah.
we are, we'll be having a lot of each other.
Yeah. So we ended up having a timeshare that we've had for, years. And we never use it. And the kids are all grown up and stuff. So we did a last minute girls trip, and it was into Newport, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was fun. Can't wait to tell you all about that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed, we have been trying something new. You kind of got me into it, but I can now read my card without readers.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a big deal. So I don't know how long ago it was, but I ended up going to my eye doctor, and I was telling Andrea that I've had these contact lenses that my doctor had prescribed to me a long time ago. Never used them, blah, blah, blah. Just ADHD to its finest. And so I never used them. Well, I had an expired, by the way, don't judge me for this. And Andrea, you already know this. I had an expired driver's license.
Oh, it's right.
And I forgot that it was expired in October. December, I had to go get my license renewed. And I did not know that I was going to have to take the frickin' test again. And I was paranoid. They're like, Mom, I can't believe you did this. I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I went in. And I wear readers, we wear readers, but I never really wore glasses to see far away. So when the lady told me I don't have to take the written test, but I ended up having to take the
Eye exam?
Yeah. I had to take the eye exam. So as soon as I'm like looking to go take the eye exam, the lady goes, okay, I just want you to read, row 3. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shit. And so I go, oh, okay. And I told the lady, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. So I go, okay. And then I go, wait. I go, do I have to, can I use my readers? And she's all, you could do whatever you want, but you only can do one or the other. You can't do both. You can't just keep taking them off and,
Right.
So I was like looking like I was trying. I'm like, okay, the readers aren't going to work. So I put them to the side and I told her I'm going to focus. And I was like focusing. So I passed. But at the end of that appointment, she goes, listen, you need glasses. So I went back to my doctor. I told him I was going to start doing the contacts, and I am doing monovision, which is one reader and one near, one far.
Right. One near, one far.
One near, one far.
Yes.
And it took a lot to get used to. Andrea, you can vouch for this.
So I went for an appointment, my, regular checkup, annual checkup on my eyes. So I asked her about it. And so she said, sure, try it out. So
Yeah.
I have them in now. And when I left there, I was a little worried because close up, everything was great. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could see everything. This is fabulous.
Yeah.
But then you get in the car and you're like, ooh, everything out there looks a little blurryish. So I'm driving and I'm closing one
It's
eye.
so true.
If I close this eye, it's really clear. The cars are clear. But it was so funny. But I'm like, I kind of got used to it. Because at first I was like, oh my gosh, will I get in an accident? Will I be okay? And I'm like, I can always close an eye.
Well, you have to train your brain.
You do.
So when I got them in, I put them in, and I had a really hard time with this is going to sound so freaking vain and shitty, but I was like, I would look in the mirror and I had them on. You got to keep in mind that one is a reader. And so I would look in the mirror and I was like, what in the God's name is happening? Like, I didn't realize, like, I could see myself so clearly, and it's nice to not always see yourself.
I know. That was the thing I told Jen. I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's something wrong with my skin. It's not like.
So Andrea, you know what's funny? You said that this weekend. So Andrea's like, there's something wrong with my skin. I'm like, oh no, it's because you have one reader and one non. So then the funny thing is I went to my eye doctor and I told my eye doctor, I'm like, I have the weirdest question to ask you. And he already thinks I'm crazy. He's like, thinks I'm nuts. And he's just as nuts as I am. And so anyway, I said, this sounds weird and I don't know how to say it, but like, do people see me like I see myself with this reader on? Or am I zoomed or like what's going on? So anyway, it was just funny. So I did talk Andrea into going and getting them, but then you've made some adjustments.
So now, well, right now I do have the mono because it does help, especially, reading the cards.
Right.
I have to use my readers.
Right.
And it's not like I'm driving or I have to do stuff, see far away.
Right.
It's like, whatever. But I did try I'm trying the like progressive ones.
Yeah.
And so so you can kind of see, you can see far, your computer, and to be able to see close.
Yeah.
And I guess they can adjust each eye for you. So I was trying that too. So I'm kind of going back and forth, but I do need her to tweak it because I still can't see close.
So why did you change from the monovision to the progressive?
Well, Rod does it and he loves it. He swears by it.
Okay.
And it's pretty good. If she can tweak it where I can do all three perfect, like, like better than the mono, then I'm going for it. But I just need her to tweak it and see if it works.
Yeah, because this weekend she was like, she had them on and I knew Andrea had them on. But when we went to dinner, I could see the whole menu. And I was like, okay, what does anybody know? Let me read you the menu. And Andrea was like, and then she put on her readers and I'm like, Andrea, that means that they're not.
Yeah, it's not. It needs to be tweaked. So we'll see. We'll see how, but at least there's options. So I'm happy, but I'm not happy that I have bad skin. I mean, I knew I always had bad skin. I have big pores and all that. But geez, now I was like, oh, I can really see. But maybe all our friends who are in the same boat as us can't see my bad skin.
No, they can't. So I think that most of our friends who don't have these on can't see shit. So
I look good to them, right?
I kept like going like this. I'm like, so I was like, oh, if I look at myself with my right eye, it's, it's what, near, even though you can see far away, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I don't look that bad. And then my sister-in-law's like, you can't be doing that shit. You can't just do that.
So funny.
So anyway, Andrea and I want to just tell everybody that's our age, this has been a game changer for me. Like it has been, and for you.
Yeah. I think everyone, if you're in that boat where you have to put those readers on, this is a good option to do.
Yeah. I can go to Ulta and like read all the lip glosses.
I know, because I can't do that.
I read the menu even in the dark. We all had our, stuff out and whatever, but.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
Speaking of our girls' trip.
Well, even before that, so wintertime is, I start getting like it's that, what is it, that down feeling, gloomy feeling, like something's wrong. I like lost my umph and everything.
Yeah.
So middle of January, we took Sienna back to San Diego for her second semester. Mm-hmm. And we were only going for the night. Mm-hmm. So we were going, go up one day, come home the next. And I'm like, oh God, this is just going to be
a long day.
Long drive back and forth. But it was only time, we could fit it in. We couldn't stay longer. We had a lot going on. So, so we get to San Diego. We go check into the hotel, and first I get out of the van, and I'm like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful out in the sun."
Yes, which is so weird. It's only 6 hours away.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I walk through because I think it was raining back home.
Yeah.
And then I go there, and it's so sunny and nice. And I walk in.
Yeah, you sent us pictures, and you were at the pool.
Well, I look out there and everyone is laying out.
Yeah.
They're in the pool. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so great. I was so excited. Like all of a sudden, you get this happiness.
Yeah.
Like
For
the
sure.
sun, that fresh air, the sea air, all that. It was like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
And then, and it was an easy kind of moving for Sienna. And then, had dinner that night. So the next morning, it's like, oh, let's just hurry and get home. It's like,
No.
let's take a detour. So we went to school down there, and Seal Beach, there's this breakfast burrito place, this deli. Best burritos ever at Nick's.
Oh.
And we're like, we have to stop there on the way home. And so we stopped, we went to the, just walked along the beach. I was feeling so good because I felt like going there, I was so down and depressed. But all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have my mojo back.
Well, my God, that's exactly, what's funny? Exactly what we were saying to us girls this weekend is that we all went to Newport, and Andrea literally came back from San Diego and then felt great. I was tucked in bed with a freaking blanket. It was freezing, and I am not good with that. But then when we went on the trip, if you think about it, we're not that far from the beach. We're so lucky, and I think all of us girls were kind of talking about how look at this life. Could you imagine living, we live in Morgan Hill or whatever, but it would be awesome to just living by the warm beach. It's what the hell are we doing? We're in our 50s.
I love it.
We need to get out of here.
I know. I love it there. When we went to school there, I kind of, went to school, we got engaged.
Yeah.
And it was what do we do? And it was all our family was up here. It made more sense to come back, which we still live in an amazing place. We're so close to so much here in California. But it's such a different vibe.
It's a different vibe. Yeah.
And since it's warm most of the time there, the weather they really have, the weather is great. People are outside more active and, that's what I love that.
Totally.
I love that.
Totally. And that's kind of why, when, even Paul and I were talking about, just retirement and where would you want to go? I'm we live in a beautiful world. You know what I mean? We could live anywhere. We just need to, we don't have to stay in the same spot all the time. There's so many beautiful places. But I'm glad that we went and, I'm glad that we were able to use the timeshare, which we never, ever, ever used.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
We all appreciated you taking us on this trip.
Okay, but
it was so much fun.
Okay, so the funny thing is I did feel really bad. So when we had, all the kids, so we had always got a 2-bedroom, right? And there were 7 of us. And so Paul and I would get this 2-bedroom, and then we had the pull-out couches, and that's what the kids always slept on.
Yeah.
And so it was always like that. And so when we get timeshares or whatever, we're like, all right, everybody just freaking squeeze in.
Yes.
But it's what we did with the kids when they were little, and it totally worked out perfect. So I felt like the bed situation was okay. I know that you had to sleep.
It was fine. So we were there were 6 of us gals. And so there's 2 bedrooms. They each had a bed. And then one of the bedrooms had a pull-out couch.
Yeah.
And then there was a pull-out couch in the family room.
Yeah.
So we were first going to be do we draw names and figure out? But then we thought, I think we could just figure this out. And it all worked out great.
It was really hard, though.
I had the family room couch. But you know why it worked out? Because I always got up before everyone else.
You did, and you made coffee. Thank you.
So I started the coffee, and I was able to. So it totally worked out.
I know, but I felt like,
comfortable.
I was like, oh.
We're all girls. We're all good.
And we were never in the room. It wasn't like we were in the room, but, I mean, not often.
So packing for the trip for Newport, it was a little tough because the weather, it's not showing that it's going to be that warm there. And it was going to rain the day we were coming in. There'd be rain. So,
which sucks.
But since I had lived there before, I kind of know. I was like, I don't think I ever really wore a jacket when I lived there. I never had it, when it rained, there wasn't that much. It was always like very mild there. And it always felt warmer than what the temperature would say.
Yes.
So I kept saying that to everyone, but then I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if I'm wrong? What if it's cold and everyone is cussing me out and all upset with me?
Well, no, we appreciate you. You just have so many options compared. She would send pictures. We always count on Andrea to like send pictures of what she's going to wear. And then we kind of work around that.
Yeah. So I did try. So I try all my outfits on, take pictures so I can send it to you girls.
Yeah.
To see. And then I think I went to, because it was definitely a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. And I think I brought too many warm things that I did not need for the day. So I was I didn't pack appropriately. So I was kind of bummed, and I know better.
I felt super cute in all my outfits, but it's not easy being our age and figuring out what to wear.
Well, you look so cute. You have the cutest outfits.
Well, I feel like we don't know what to wear though. So it was tough. Like I go to the mall and I went in every store and it's hard for me to put it together. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't like it.
I think it helps getting maybe someone to help us.
Yeah. And I always have like my go-to shit, like my go-to jeans, my go-to shirts, my jackets. It's the same thing. Yes. Yeah. And so I'm having a hard time when I pack for trips and stuff like that. It is hard to not go to those same things.
I know.
I do have to say though, it was funny because we had some friends that came in from Tahoe, which was like the biggest storm in Lake Tahoe. Like 80 was closed. Nobody could even drive through 80 or 50, I think.
Right.
I think they both were closed.
Oh my gosh. They were sending us videos. So they were in Tahoe, the winter break thing with, the families. And then from there, they were going to go to Sacramento and then take a flight and go down to Newport Beach. But they are sending us videos. It's white out. They are driving.
I'm like, they're not going to make it.
Oh my God, you cannot see anything. And they're driving, and then some trees fell down.
Yeah.
So they got stuck for a while.
Yeah.
So they did push out their flight. Luckily, there was another flight to catch. So they pushed out their flight.
But how amazing, in like an hour and a half, they went from like a blizzard to the beach.
Right.
Like literally on their flight, it's an hour and a half flight. They went from,
that's California.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we stayed in Newport and we went to Joey for dinner, which is like a trendy place that everyone seems to be going to right now.
Yeah. Yes.
And so we had a great time, but we definitely, we're older. So we had to like move tables because the chairs were not comfortable. Which we moved out of the bar area, which is like
moved out probably the funnest.
We moved out of the bar area where it's like super fun, and then instead we moved to a patio where no one.
I know. I don't know.
And then we didn't know why there wasn't anybody out.
Well, this is boring.
We're like, we got to go find a place to go, and then everyone goes, "Oh, you guys should go to Joey." I'm like, "Oh, we had dinner there, but we didn't go to the bar."
That was so funny. So I know. I think we forgot how to go out and party.
No, we really did. And then the other thing that I thought was so funny, and I said it like numerous times in the car, you guys are like looking at places to go. They're like, okay, you guys, let's go to such and such. You looked up Barbados what was that? A nightclub, some kind of nightclub. You're like, let's go to this whatever nightclub. And I'm like, the word nightclub and us in our 50s sounds like not okay. And so the girls use Andrea and I to go, oh, you guys go up and check it out. Well, we go and I'm like, holy shit, like there's a bunch of 21-year-olds in here. We got to get out of here.
I remember I'd been to that area that we went. And
Yeah.
I've been to those places.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I think it was before kids.
Yeah, we need to go.
So
We can't go to nightclubs.
we're not thinking
No.
we're
It didn't work out. It did not work out. We went to several places and I'm like, okay, girls, we cannot go to anywhere that has nightclub in it.
No.
And we don't want to be 50-year-olds in a nightclub.
No.
I mean, I
do
know,
not want that
I know we
scene.
feel young at heart, but people are looking at us like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Excuse my F-bomb, mom.
Yes. Well, it's funny. We did go to this one bar that I guess it got put on the map because the housewives of Orange County, went there. They filmed there.
Yeah.
And it's called The Quiet Woman. And
Yeah, it is.
oh my gosh. So and I heard it has different nights. There's kind of different scenes going on, but it's also a restaurant. And then it kind of, turns into.
Oh, is it a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And then it kind of turns into a little loungy, and they have
A band.
there's a band playing. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was, that bar area was crowded, but it was hilarious.
Weird. I'd never.
We walk in. I felt like we walked in and the place went silent and
Everyone stared. Like we walked in the door. Well, when we first got to the door though, the girls were waiting for me and Andrea to scope out the scene.
yes.
Right. And we did. And I'm like, I don't know. So when we got in there, there were actually people waiting in line and they were already kind of bugging us. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Annoying.
a little annoying, like kind of bugging us a little bit. And I was like, oh shit. So we let them go in first or whatever. But when we all got out of the car and went in, it was like she said, like it was the oddest thing ever. And like everybody like stopped and then just like stared at like the second. And then we all got so nervous and Andrea goes, what'd you say to me? You're like, I feel weird.
Felt and it was really packed in the bar. So we're trying to kind of walk through and there's nowhere it was really hard to get through. And it just felt weird, but we were able to, I guess the waitress said there was a booth open.
Well, we literally walked. We were so nervous. We walked all the way through the crowd to the bathroom. And I was like, what in the hell was that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were doing a whole full circle and then taking off or.
Yeah, so we went through the kitchen, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Ish.
Little alleyway, yeah.
To the back tables.
Yes. But it was funny, a little entertaining.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable at first, but I'm like,
but
whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were left alone. It was fine. As long as we were just kind of like doing our own girl thing and hanging out, telling hilarious stories. It was like a really great time.
So much fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun just to, to hang out with your girls. And
yes.
And I thought they were going to, us, because here Jenn and I were like, oh, we have to do some TikToks, girl trip TikToks.
God, you guys. By the way, Andrea knows, and Andrea's the same way, but like I can't stand doing the TikToks all the time. It like makes me feel.
It's tough to do, but some of them are cute and funny.
I know, but
entertaining. So we can kind of put something else.
Cute and funny for 20-year-olds,
but. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, Andrea, do we have to do this? Do we have to do this? Yes, but we do. It's fine.
I know. Our friends probably think we're a little crazy, but they did it. They were nice. They helped out.
Yeah, we tried. We're learning, and that part of this whole thing has been like a little bit difficult. I'm like, holy shit. Now we got to do like TikToks. And then we're all like trying to do these moves together and we're off. And then I'm counting out loud when I wasn't supposed to be.
Well, and what's funny too, we have to find people to record us, So we're out at a restaurant. We found this girl. She's like, oh, I know this one. I'm really good at it, recording us. And some guy, with a valet at that hotel, he had him record us too. So it was so funny. We had to find people to help us out with this. But so you'll have to check out our Instagram. They'll start coming out. I think one's out right now, and you'll start seeing some other ones.
Yeah, they're not.
that we did while we were in Newport. So.
This is midlife TikTokers, okay? So bear with us. We don't have professionals. So I do think it's funny because I was thinking about this. So now we have and I think if you guys are watching us, you could see that we have these sweatshirts on that we ended up getting some pucker up midlife swag, and we gave our girlfriends them. Super cute.
Yeah.
So pucker up on the sleeve.
Yeah, the sleeve has pucker up, and then we have the little thing we saying is
unbothered. We're like in the unbothered era.
Yeah, and then we have it on our back too. Well,
yeah.
So we'll have pictures of those too, and then you can see we have
our
hats too.
I know they're cute.
So we did have the all our girls. We did get everyone the sweatshirt and the hat, and we did like some hikes, little hikes in the morning. So we all had them on, and
I felt crazy.
You know how sometimes you forget that you're wearing them, and then people are staring at you and like, wait, what's going on here?
They're like, who's getting married? I'm like, none of us. So after that, I'm like, we won't wear them as groups all the time because they're like, who's the bride? Who's the bride?
Well, it was cute. Well, at least it got attention, and then we could say, oh no, we have a podcast.
Yes, which we did.
Yes, so that was, it was fun. And our friends, they're such great sports. So.
Yeah. We ended up going to, so Saturday night, we ended up going to Javier's, which is in Newport. It's awesome. We had the food is phenomenal. It was good girl time, and honestly, we didn't do anything afterwards because we're getting older. We had a late dinner.
Yeah.
And then that was like the last night of our trip, and I think we made the best of it all weekend. But it was like,
we did.
It was just after our night out at that one bar. I'm like, we're done.
Yeah, we're not. Well, our first night we went to bed by 10 o'clock, right? First night.
We're like, good night, everybody.
So funny.
We had wine.
Honestly, can we seriously, I don't think we can make 3-4 late nights in a row.
No.
I mean, anymore.
And we took naps.
Had a little rest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. And we were 5 days. We're there 5 days.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. So anyway, we did it. We had a great time, and it was like a much needed, it's so simple to just, if you can get everyone to kind of get together and figure out if they can get away, even if it's for 2 days for some of them, like it was so nice to get this girl time together. And we had so many hilarious laughs.
Yes.
And so I think that is the good part about us in our age right now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we never went to the pool.
No.
But
it wasn't like, I think that warm enough, even though people were out at the pool.
Yeah, people were out or whatever, but I had a great time.
Yes.
Great time.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm really glad that we made it work.
Well, we did have a very interesting Uber driver.
Oh,
but I did. So she was the sweetest thing, and we
kind of describe like when she.
I'm going to describe her. So she said she was a ballerina.
Yes, she's very.
She did do that. She had lived in England and Canada.
She was from Canada and
lived in England, I think. But she definitely looked like a ballerina.
She was very like proper and like
great posture in the car.
You could just tell by the way she spoke.
Yes. I mean, she was the sweetest thing, and it was nice because she drove us a lot and gave us, some recommendations, places to go and things to do. Very sweet. So, and
she was great.
And we felt, oh, it's nice to have her and, taking care of us.
Yeah.
But then we start asking maybe too many questions.
What?
Sometimes you may not want to know everything about someone.
I know. I freaked out. Well, we didn't. I think we thought it was like we knew that she had to have had another job. And so she did have another job, and she was very successful. And then she was driving Ubers and on the side. But I mean, I felt like she told us that she was even driving like 12-hour days of Uber, and she was such a hard worker and such a sweet, soft
I think she's saving money for her daughter's college.
Yeah. So she was just a really sweet, soft lady.
Very sweet, yes.
And so I don't know. I guess we were driving, and how did she say it? Like, she somehow told us about,
Well, I think how it came up is I may have told her that we have a podcast, and she said, "Oh, I did one too." Because and then
I didn't hear her say she had a
yes,
podcast.
she had a podcast. She did a podcast, and then she started kind of going into her story. I don't know what you call it, what she where you can read people's auras.
Yes.
And what I think kind of got me
I was like,
I mean, that is, I think, well, cool. I thought that was really cool. But when she said oh, even those people walking across the street, I have to just tell myself, do not read people. And right when she was saying that, I'm like, oh my God, is she reading? I was sitting right next to her. Is she reading me right now? Wait, I'm all like,
what am I thinking? She's reading.
Oh my gosh, yeah, can she read my mind?
Yes. You know what's funny, Andrea? I thought that, and it was after she told us, and it was the next day. And then, and it's not that I don't believe in that stuff, because I totally believe in it. But I just imagine that, I feel like her brain, the way that she said it, she could watch people across the street, and, she could read their aura, and and I was like, oh shit. So I was thinking, what does she think about us crazy moms inside of her car, number one, and especially me. And number two,
I couldn't just scramble you.
No, she's
oh, this is I just hear static.
There's a lot going on with this chick. And then the next morning when she picked us up for something, I swear to you, I felt like she was like, hi. And deep in my soul. And I was like, hi. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But she was she loved us. So then
she was so sweet. But it's just that feeling where you're
unsure.
When someone is undressing you with their eyes, but she's doing it through your mind or something. That was that feeling. I'm ooh, a little uncomfortable.
Which is really sad, because we should be very proud of who we are.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then,
yes. But it's just I don't know. It's just a little.
Yeah. I mean, it was great. But that was one of those times that every single one of us got out of the car. We're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? It was just, it wasn't expected at all. No. I did not expect that.
No, it kind of threw us. Yeah.
It threw us for a loop.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And we still used her.
Yes. No, she's very nice and sweet. But it was just, it was oh, okay. Okay.
Can you read people?
I would not want to read people. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I would rather
read. Good.
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
So we got back on a Monday, and Andrea and I have 3 days. We're like, oh, we're going to detox. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to drink. And we leave this Friday for Boise.
Yes.
And I'm going to Mom's weekend with my son and Andrea.
Yeah, my daughter lives there. So, and I go see her. She does my hair.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out. It was perfect. It's okay, I'll go with you and do that. But oh my gosh. Yeah. When we came back, so we came back Monday, and then I went to work out yesterday.
I didn't even work out. I'm such a loser. I didn't work out yet.
Well, then I did meal prep on Monday too. I was trying to get everything together so I get back on track, because I did, and I should not have hopped on the scale this morning, and I wanted to cry. I'm like, oops. So, but
she's saying that because she's competing and she's not supposed to be.
I really need to, I should be drinking anymore. Done.
No.
So that is the worst. I think it's just that
baby.
Sugar and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for listening to Pucker Up Midlife. And we would love it if you guys could follow us or have friends follow us on YouTube and Spotify and hit subscribe.
Yes. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Pucker Up Midlife.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Adios. Bye.
So our girl trip essentials is this pillow from Nap Bay. And our friend Dina had recommended this to us. And I have been looking at this before, these pillows, because of getting my lashes done. And it does not, you have that little space here. It goes your head in here, your neck, and then your face is open so your eyelashes don't get squished by the pillow. But what's great too is supposed to help so you don't get lines on your face.
How do you?
Why our friend was using it. So no lines on her face. And it's satin and it can come apart and wash it. But it was actually really comfy because I have like a weak neck. And this actually is very supportive. So I love this. Nap Bay. And comparison, this is about $50, this pillow. And they do have deals. I think you can get 2 for $60. So sometimes you can watch and they'll have deals. Because I was looking at some other ones that were $200. And I was worried that that's a lot of money to spend if it wasn't going to work out. So this by Nap Bay, Napbae. And you can follow them on Instagram and check it out. But I think it's definitely worth it.